I do hope this thing being built will not have any harmful side effects.
All must serve. Obedience is paramount.
The request for aid and supplies never cease.
Do you seek counsel? You return. What news do you have of Anasco? Then my vision did not betray me.
Well, it would seem I owe you an apology, sister.
There is no need, brother. Your skepticism only strengthens us.
As you say. But, to the matter at hand, did Anasco mention anything that could aid us in his extraction? Then we must continue our work on the morning device. But it is comforting to have confirmation. And if you've spoken to him once, it's not out of the realm of possibility you could do it again.
It is much more than that. Normally when I pray for Anasco's return, I sense he is lost, fading. But when I last prayed to the Great Serpent, I felt Anasco's presence clear and distinct. Even as it receded, I felt him anchored to this world.
And you believe the Harbinger is this anchor?
Yes. There are some who suggest that when Jinan communed with the Great Serpent, a similar bond had been established. I believe the same is true for you and Anasco.
I would need time to attempt a scientific explanation for why or how this happened, but for now, let us assume my sister is correct.
This husks comments aside, that is the essence of faith. Not all things require explanation. I do not know what lies ahead. My visions do not go beyond this point. But I do know this link would play a role. In fact, I am certain of it.
Agreed. And with this settled, we can now continue the work of aligning the noble houses. Together, we will find a way to complete the mourning device.
Are sins really so great that we deserve?
I pray the serpent still favors us to have allowed us.
Our minds and bodies must be fully devoted to his will.
This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to restore the city. Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying them will only last so long.
Victoria is right. I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire belief system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Vethal name.
You would doom us all with your pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house. If you are not a member of House Vethal, you do not belong here. Truly, you are a heretic with no regard for respect.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anaskel's chosen. You recall Lovik sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider. And who are you to tell me what is vital and what is not? You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Varric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if he's become promised, truly his arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste. Tell me, Harbinger, are you well practiced in discretion? I hope your word is good as well. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Varric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the great serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
This is not grief. This is betrayal. Not only to me, I do not wish Varric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death. Our duty as wardens is to keep the populace tasked and loyal. All must serve, both the Great Serpent and House Varun. No exceptions. Those who refuse must be cleansed to stop the spread of corruption. And showing leniency for a house member at a time like this when order is needed most would be unwise.
The law. Our work is not so simple, and you know it. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Varric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Varric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid. See that you get it done. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Varric's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate. See to it you do. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Varric for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Dazra to the last man.
I got you your favorite from the meatballs.
The Great Serpent spared us so that we may rebuild stronger.
No. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Oh, you just revealed the question of the day. Where is Varric Vathal? The worst thing that can possibly happen, happens. And then he disappears. I mean, come on, we're supposed to be friends. Okay, maybe it's not the worst thing, but look around you. It's almost post-apocalyptic, so... Second worst possible thing that could happen. Worst thing being if none of us survived at all. Exactly. You get it. You'd think B would at least be commiserating with me. But I'm suddenly too drunk to deal with. Some friend she is. All she cares about is Varric. Right? That's what we do. When we lost people to the so-called incident, we banded together. I just want Varric to show up so things can get back to normal. Whatever that is. Did he trust me? I just don't know anymore. You're right. I wish I could remember something. Anything. I'm sorry. I really don't know any. I thought he'd trust me with anything. But I'm telling you, there's nothing. Two minds are better than one. No way. I would have remembered. Please, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Just leave me be. Everyone else has.
Can I get you anything? This bar is the only thing keeping many people sane. Varric? Depends on who's looking for him. And Vi, of course. Personal, huh? I can respect that. Truth is, I haven't seen him for a few days myself. But if you find him, tell him he better come check on his tab. I know he's good for it, but since he gave Eggy permission to use it, it's sky high. Just because he's a regular doesn't mean he tells all. Varric always was one to act on impulse. We all do. It always helps when you have a personal connection. It's important these days. Varric knows better than to... I'm sorry.
I don't need any free drinks from you. This railing is taken. And no, I'm not looking for company. Varric Vethal. And why should I know anything about the heir apparent? I'm nobody. Ask him yourself, if you find him. He does indeed. Well, he used to. Varric. One day we're inseparable, and the next, I've searched all of Dazra for him. But he's gone. Couldn't even leave a note. That means he either doesn't want to be found or... well, I prefer not to think about it.
Right. Especially with so much tragedy. Varric may be trying to mentally regroup. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed we have no choice but to shut down, block it all out. Which makes it more important that we find him, so we can remind him of those who care about him, like yourself.
I never thought about it like that. And you're right. Varric is always under pressure from his father. I'm sure it's only gotten worse lately. I never found out where he is. But I know someone who might. His name is Tain Salavea. Hard to say right now, but Tain's a regular. If you stay a bit, you can't miss him. Just promise me you'll let me know if you find Varric. Thank you.
I hope you find Varric. I miss this lumping idiot.
Harbinger.
Hope things start looking up soon around here. Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently? Yeah? A personal thing, huh? Don't worry, I'm not here to judge. I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing. Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention. Well, I don't doubt it. Not that anyone here knows, but in the other circles I run in, you got quite the impressive rep. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for? I know the name, sure, everybody here does, but the man? Not much. Someone like me doesn't exactly hang out with house bigwigs. Varric Vethal, huh? That's no small name around here. Well, I guess that depends, Harbinger. Who wants to know? Sounds more like an ominous third party if you ask me. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent, and I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out. Nice to see we operate on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races. After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route. I wonder what creatures live around here. Probably something mean and ugly. I bet every plant in this area tastes like crap, and I'm gonna eat it anyway. Hope you're ready for a fight! Stay sharp. You kill one, follow two more hiding in the bushes.
All of these people evacuated. Where the hell did they go?
I am trying to keep strong. I fear.
was only recently evacuated. Be on your guard.
You learn to pick a... You know what, on second thought, I don't want to know.
quite the view. But let's not linger too long.
Varric's been busy if he got this much done. Friend's a strong word. More like friendly acquaintances. Guess we both felt the Herald's Rest was one of the few places that made us feel like real people. Couple of drinks and everyone's your friend in that moment. Always up for a chat. Hey, whatever. could have done without that. All my years and all the planets I've been on. Never gonna get used to those things. You got that right. Damn Mousebaron. Wiping out half their city and bringing in horrors like these. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Varric's alive. You find anything? Injured? Hope he doesn't bleed out by the time we find him. Well, what's next? Varric must have fled in a hurry since his tracker's still here. So guess the rest is up to us. Sounds like a plan. And hopefully that injury slows him down enough for us to catch up. Let's head back down and see what we can find. And by we, I mean you. Looks like a bunch of life on this planet. Shame if we flip that around.
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited? Well, you won't find him here. This isn't exactly the type of place where house members frequent. I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it. All right, fine.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said before, I've never seen Varric Bethal. We keep to ourselves. There's no reason for our path to cross. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Varric.
It's too coincidental. It must have been him. We sent him north. There's a long-abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dazra. He wanted to start a new life. We even gave him 2 of our own groats to get started. You're welcome, and safe travels. If you find him, give him our regards.
Great Serpent bless you for sparing my family.
If you are in need of supplies, I suggest speaking with the nearby humans.
Been a minute since I stretched the old legs. Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything? Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Whoa, hey, it's me. Dang. Put the gun down already.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
I assure you that weapon isn't necessary. It isn't necessary, right?
I wish I could say I was pleased to meet you, but something tells me this isn't a social call. Please, if you're here on my father's orders, allow me to plead my case. I pray I'm not boring you. I'm glad someone does for once. I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose. I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit the role of elder, to run the Ministry of State, to worship the Great Serpent. But I want none of it.
That's what I said when I first met him. But I came around.
It's different when you're born into responsibility. Growing up with expectations, not allowed aspirations of your own. I can easily see how stifling it could be, privilege or not.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with it. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about. Only because of our antiquated ways. Our society is stuck in the past. Our culture isolates and suffocates. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too. But yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now. I like to call it looking out for a friend. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Barrick running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not two for the price of one?
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here. I can't do that. The truth is, the Scaled Citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us.
I don't think you've been picking up what he's putting down. Varric's done with that life. He's not going to turn to a god that may have wiped out half his city or support a people that are a danger to themselves.
I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life I ask that you give me that chance. No, I can't go back. I want nothing to do with that life. It's not that I want to let anyone down. You're right. My emotions could be getting the best of me. It's all I've known as well. As I said, please.
Whoa, whoa! You're not really gonna kill him, are you? I mean, first of all, are you sure Victor even wants him dead? Hello? Because Varric's his son. You heard Vittoria? Victor's acting on impulse, not reason. The man just lost his daughter, half his people, and now his son's trying to walk away. There's no way he's thinking straight.
Agreed. The moment Victor realizes what he's truly asked you to do, he's going to regret it.
Come on. It's 3 against 1 here. You gotta see this isn't right. Yeah? And what about his duty as a father?
Of all the duties of a parent, protecting your child should be the most important.
Exactly. Thank you. I had every intention of getting this guy off planet. Am I next on your list? Hey now, I wasn't serious.
Hey. Dane is innocent here. Let the man go. Consider his aid in finding me as recompense. There's no reason to tell my father.
Tane's the only reason we even found Varric. That's no way to thank someone.
And I think we all know that'd be a death sentence for me if you did. So if you're gonna do this, may as well get it over with now. Varric, I hope you've been working on that target practice.
Let's see if it pays off.
From the dock.
If you search him, then make it quick.
System failure.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Great Serpent be at your side.
Let us speak. You're back. What news do you bring?
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this. And I clearly said exceptions should be made.
No, it was Verric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it. Indeed it does. Now, only one matter remains to discuss. Did you find anyone who aided my son in his treachery? Good. I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion in this matter. You restored order to this house, and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. I have much to arrange.
I don't blame you for what happened. Well, only wish you would have prevented.
So he must reason. Search and algorithm have proven to be even more vital than I estimated. Did Victor finally relinquish the access code? Excellent. We'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now, let's hope House Steward Kef is as forthcoming as the others.
Do not agitate the locals. Many have already lost everything.
Remember this. We are always watching.
I pray that the Great Serpent will deliver us from our hardships soon.
Huh? Oh, forgive me. I am exhausted. No. Let me examine you. This is not going to be easy to treat. Should be no trouble. There. You should be feeling much better now. Please, only purchase what you need. If you'll excuse me, then.
House Varun must be able to rely on the Ministry of Commerce. We cannot fail. Hello, Harbinger. Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The deadlock of the High Council. I hope your presence here means things have changed. Good. Good. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help. Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about, I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I am sure. One moment he was there, and the next, gone. My cousin, the floor, the wall, just gone. I found myself looking out at the scaled citadel, unable to comprehend. And now, here I stand, the elder of House Dulkev. My loss? Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade, given my new role. Perhaps even a gain. I appreciate the sentiment, but we shall never know. You cannot imagine it. A single moment of pure, terrible silence. A meter's distance was all that separated me from whatever has become of Dazra. I find that through all the chaos and the scrambling since, my mind drifts back to that moment. I could be gone as well. But here I remain, spared. And I do not know why. Hopefully you can deliver them from this. But what comes after? What about the next trial? I'm sorry. I should shoulder my own burdens, not force them upon you. I've grown so tired of the Council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands, no requests. All must serve. And House Dulkev is no exception. The Speaker has always been the guiding light of House Varun. In his absence, it is of no surprise that some would find themselves lost, stumbling in the dark. Here is what I can tell you. Sometime before our current calamity, Enesco Varun approached me looking for information about his grandfather's time. He was frustrated at the lack of progress. House Dulkev keeps extensive records, you see. While I was never told the exact reason behind the inquiry, I was able to deduce a fair amount. I provided him with the shipping manifests from the time of the Serpent's Crusade, materials and equipment that suggested some highly specialized research. I told Enesco where those materials had been sent. Weeks later, well, you've seen the Citadel. You know as well as any where we are now. The timing is too close to be coincidence. Anasco returned from the site in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new unseen potential. Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. And we can spare no more casualties. So I suggest you visit Malin Dam to the southeast. I believe it is more than it seems. It is the only place to learn more about these vortex interlocks and what connection they may have to the events at the Citadel. And should your search be fruitful, make sure it is known that House Dulcev was proud to serve when called upon.
I miss being able to play with you.
What do you want?
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
water looks suspicious. The dam seems to be safeguarding the farm on the other end of the lake.
You can't get in there, not unless you have a card. You're funny. So, you're trying to get in there? You're not the first person to come here recently, you know? Anasco Varun himself was here. I saw him, but he didn't talk to me. And there were too many other people around him. They all looked really serious. I heard he disappeared. Is that true? I never saw him come back out of the dam. But I did see them go in. They had cards that let them open the door. I found one after they'd left. I thought about using it, but I didn't want to get in trouble. Kavil said I should give it to him for safekeeping. So I did. Maybe he'll let you have it. Okay, good luck.
This village looks almost wholesome. I'm curious what kind of people lived here, and also where they've gone.
I would ask for news of the city, but I think I prefer not to know. No offense, but it's not your property.
Would it be more accurate to say that we'd simply like to borrow it? We could return it in short order.
I appreciate the clarification, but I think it's best that I hold on to it until it can be returned. I only wish to serve, I swear. You are right, though. Here, take it. I am not sure I have liked anywhere, to be honest. The work is predictable, not too taxing, and Gamerald lets me get away with less than others might. I could do worse. The aches and pains of old age would follow me no matter where I go. And if I could just get a good night's sleep, I would find all this quite acceptable. In comparison to some, hardly any time at all. I stumbled upon this place a few years back, and they were so desperate for help. I offered my services, they accepted, and here we are. I suspect, given my age, that my story will likely end here. At least, until the Great Serpent decides what to do with me after. Goodness, no. Not a decent night's sleep in years, at least that I can recall. The aforementioned aches and pains at first, but over time I find my dreams drift towards something dark. The product of an anxious mind with too many years. Think nothing of it. Why would you care about the meaningless dreams of an old man? I suppose you are right. There is a recurring dream where I am a ghost. I am forced to repent for my sins in life by spending eternity trapped somewhere. But recently the dreams have become violent. I dreamt I killed a man. He had not wronged me in any way, but I did it just the same. And what is worse, I enjoyed it. Now, every night I see him, lying on the floor in front of me, and I know that he died at my hands. I think perhaps it would be better to not attempt to understand that.
They have these jetpacks for a reason, you know. Oh, there are far too many of these abandoned locations littering the galaxy. There must be a switch or control room somewhere to drain this water.
Where there's water, there could be hostile life forms.
Rerouting to compensate. Drainage pump control bypassed.
You are not welcome here. You will leave immediately. This is your only warning. I do not care what you think you need. Jinan Baron himself charged us with the protection of this facility. It was his last order, and it will be carried out. But it seems you are not hearing me. You have no right to be here. The work done here must be safeguarded, protected, never permitted to leave. None but the Speaker may decide otherwise. And you are not the Speaker. You were warned. You did not listen. Very well. The Speaker's orders will be carried out. You must die.
If that was locked, there must be something they don't want us to find.
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that we're not supposed to be trespassing in this laboratory. Some seriously high-tech equipment at this laboratory.
We need to talk to John Tuala, in Mast.
Not at all. I hope you got something out of that.
Bye for now.
you would be rid of me so easily? The arrogance! The work done here has tied us to this place for all time. That is why we have agreed to guard it.
Sister, have you not finished this game? You should have heeded Courageous words in the beginning, little one. This is no place for you.
The outcome has not changed, Vedrasa. We are still in control here. I respect your dedication, but I also cannot stop. I swore an oath to House Varun, and I will uphold it. Do you even understand why you are here? What it is you are looking for? This seems a fool's errand. So, you do know something about this place. It does not matter. The interlocks are not yours. They belong here with us, and they will stay here. You should have left when you had the chance.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo. I was hoping to establish a laboratory like this at the lodge, but I just haven't found the time.
Do you not grow weary of this? I assure you, it will not end. I have already made it clear that you cannot.
This is turning into a most exhilarating exercise.
All this noise over one little trespasser. Let us be done with this already.
The experiments here have ensured our resilience. We endure because it has been ordered of us. House Faroon's return to greatness begins with the work done here. And until that time comes, we will keep it safe. Then you will not be leaving at all.
Destabilized. Containment fields failing. Backup systems risk overload. Consider manual shutdown at the earliest convenience.
You utter fool! Do you have any idea what you have done? Those interlocks power our pods. You have killed Vedrasa. What is more, you have disrupted the flow of power within the dam. You are one step from dooming those farmers on the surface. All right, hero. You have proven yourself a commendable opponent. But now, you have a choice to make. If you can remove the remaining interlock, you will have bested us. But you will ruin the lives of those above us. Or we can continue this contest of wills and see which of us is stronger. The choice is yours. I have not lied to you from the moment you set foot in here. It is beneath me. You attempt to stall. I will not abide it.
Power failure. Dam function compromised. Emergency evacuation protocols enacted. Please exit the facility.
I hope pulling that extra interlock was the... right thing to do. If you're searching them, make it quick.
Serpent speed be with you, Harbinger. I am old and my eyesight is not what it used to be, but I know the face of success when I see it. Your lead from House Kef paid off. I have heard of such a thing. Recently, in fact, just before the accident. That is apparently not a coincidence. We do not need it for the device, but if this accounts for some of the leaps in progress in the Citadel, you may wish to hold on to it. As much as I have devoted my life to science, one cannot deny that there is an occasional spark of the divine. The Great Serpent has use for this. And you, still to come. Your timing is excellent, in fact. I believe we are ready to proceed. Just a few quick preparations. Creating the necessary connections. It is done. Harbinger, will you do us the honor? All personnel to stations. Clear the platform.
Activating power grid interlink.
Powering grav drive.
Field projector. Standing by.
Extending stabilizers. Grav field stable.
Capacitors fully charged.
All stations reporting. Ready to proceed with targeting.
Targeting system engaged.
Calibrating lens array.
Adjusting counterweights.
Locking axial tilt. Device is in position.
It's time. On your mark. Fire! Focus.
Beam on target. Power drive sealing capacity.
It is working. Steady.
10 feet to stabilize. Detecting graviton flux.
Hold! We cannot fail the sleeper now.
Rerouting power.
Burning up.
Enough! Shut it down!
Cutting power.
Rev drive cycling down.
Retracting stabilizers.
Shutdown complete.
Clear! Well done, all. Well done. We have done all we can. I am sure the Council is waiting to speak with you.
I was not certain this would work, but it seems the Serpent has blessed us.
You have always lacked faith, Dulkev.
One could argue that faith got us into this mess in the first place.
Enough! It is time for action, not bickering.
Agreed. We must secure the Citadel. Send in everyone.
Are you mad? We have no idea how stable this is. No idea what is happening inside. You saw yourself. We barely had a plan for the device. We are lucky to have made it this far.
Time is a luxury we do not have. Committing a large force is impossible. There have been reports of increased zealot activity, no doubt in response to what we have been doing here.
It would be unwise to leave Dazra even more vulnerable than it already is.
And, to be candid, we have no idea what will happen to anyone entering the Citadel. We must minimize the potential risk.
I suppose this is where we step up. After all, Constellation is about taking risks to explore the unknown.
Really? I do not doubt our newest member's conviction, but...
What else can we do? He is the only one who can communicate with Anasco. Save as much as you can. Save it all, if possible, but the Speaker must be your priority. Do whatever it takes to bring Anasco back to us. Indeed. And your service will be remembered, no matter what. We will speak again soon, I hope.
It seems the mourning device is complete. Let's hope the results match the time put into the process.